We also have a very special giveaway today that we're going to do, or we're going to announce. So make sure that you stay tuned to hear what that is. But first, hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I hope y'all are staying dry out there and safe. And I'm going to tell you this, we're not going to let Debbie get us down because we have gone to one of our go-to spots. We're back at SC Real Foods today because, you know what? I've never had their cheesesteak, and I didn't even really realize that until I was in there last week. We're going to fix that today, and we're going to rank this because currently Stefanos cheesesteak is the only one we have ranked, and I'm a big cheesesteak fan. I'm a Philly fan. I've been actually an Eagles fan since I was a kid, for whatever reason. Okay, and I've got their crispy potatoes with it. Totally forgot to get ranch to dip them in, or honey mustard. Either one works. That was a mistake. And then going into the Florence Foodies tumbler is out of their drink machine there. This is hibiscus tea. I usually get the apricot juice, and I was going to, but I didn't want something quite as sweet today, and this is actually really good. I've also got what I would call bougie chips, but they're actually not that much more expensive than a bag of Doritos, like $1 more. And we got a couple of Justin's good old cups. I normally get almond butter, but I'm going to try the cashew today. Not sure if I've had them or not. All right, so that's enough of that. We also have a very special giveaway today that we're going to do, or we're going to announce. So make sure that you stay tuned to hear what that is. But first, so football season is upon us, and that is part of the theme of today's discussion. Now, first, let's try and rank this cheesesteak. And I'm going to be honest, just from the smell coming off of this thing, I can tell you that I think that Stefanos may have a run for their money. All right, here we go. SC Real Foods cheesesteak. Whoa. Did I bite off more than I could chew right there? Quite possibly. Almost. All right, so per usual, we'll give this an official ranking at the end of the video. But I can tell you that this is doing really well, and there's no surprise. Everything, they do so well with everything up there. They really do. That's why we're big advocates of SC Real Foods. But you know what? This is not disappointing at all. It would be unfair, just like I said with Stefanos, it would be unfair of me to compare this to a cheesesteak like Angelo's in South Philadelphia or something like that. It's just an entire different league, you know? They're called Philly cheesesteaks for a reason, but this one is not. Their menu just says cheesesteak. And you know what? I'll accept that. This is really good. Let me make my way through the entirety of it to determine how it fares against Stefanos cheesesteak, and we'll rank this at the end of the video. Now, let's get down into some important matters that we need to discuss, and let's talk about this giveaway. Now, we talked about the upcoming football season for the Gamecocks in relation to LaNorris sellers in a previous video, and so I won't get too in-depth on that. But do let me give you a little bit of information for those of you that may not know. Coming into the 2024 season, LaNorris Sellers will be the starting quarterback for the South Carolina Gamecocks. Now, some of you that are part of this audience may be saying, well, why do I care about that? I'm not a South Carolina Gamecocks fan, for whatever your reason may be. And if you're asking that question, then there's a good chance that what you may not know is what is, to me, the more important part of this story for our purposes, which is LaNorris Sellers is a hometown guy. He's from Florence. Graduated from South Florence High School, won a state championship over there, which is a really big deal. And now he will be taking the reins to start the season off to lead the South Carolina Gamecocks into the football season this year. It's a really big deal, and the reason why, regardless of however you may feel about the University of South Carolina and their football program, on a personal note, it's just objective fact that the University of South Carolina Gamecocks football program is one of the biggest programs in the country. And to have one of our own guys from our city leading the team, when you're the quarterback, you're the face of the team, it's a really big deal. We don't have a track record of athletes from Florence being the face of programs at the highest level of college football or athletics, period, really. But specifically in this case, college football. We are going to give away a LaNorris Sellers football jersey. This is an officially licensed jersey that I have on. You'll get one just like this. However, you could pick black, white, or garnet, whichever color you like. We'll have it picked out in the color of your preference and your size. And in order to win, all you have to do is simply, in the comments, leave a comment that says, "Go Gamecocks." I'll leave the first comment to give you an example. That would be an important part of this because it's out of those comments that we are going to select the winner. So whether there's one, mine, or there's 1,000, we're going to put those user handles into a randomizer and select one lucky winner on September the 14th. That would be in honor of our first home conference game against LSU. Now make sure that you're subscribed to the channel because we will announce who that winner is from that drawing on that day in a video to follow in the coming days after that week. Now, if your name is drawn and you are the winner, you're going to have to send us an email so that we can get all of your contact information so that we know where to ship your jersey, or you can pick it up if you're local. So again, to be eligible to win your own LaNorris Sellers Gamecocks officially licensed Gamecocks jersey, leave a comment on this video that says "Go Gamecocks." I'll have an example pinned at the top of the comment section, and that will enter your username into that drawing, which will be held on September the 14th to be announced the following week. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel with the notifications on so that you're alerted when that video is released. LaNorris Sellers jersey giveaway winner announcement will be in the title of that video. And again, you can pick whichever color you like, white, garnet, or black. Why are we doing this? You know, I'm a big picture guy. I'm really big on cause and effect. I'm really into the analytics and the data, as you guys know from a lot of the real estate stuff we do here on the channel. And I believe that not only, as I alluded to before, a hometown guy in LaNorris Sellers leading a very large football program in the country is a big deal, but I also believe it's very important for us to show our support as a community. Imagine the excitement and the pressure and all the different things and emotions you could feel taking a job like that. And I think it's really important and helpful, not just for him, but just as a communal thing to let him know that he's very supported and we're excited about him. So I'm a West Florence alumni. I'm a West Florence alum, but I tip my hat to Drew Marlowe and the guys over at South Florence for what they've done with that program. They've done a heck of a job. And also to LaNorris Sellers, even though he ran all over us in high school. But there's a bigger picture to it. Same thing if you're a Clemson fan. See, this is going to ruffle some feathers out there, no pun intended. If you're from the city of Florence, I'm not saying you got to buy a Gamecocks jersey. I'm not saying to put "Go Gamecocks" in the comments because you probably don't want to win a jersey. But I am saying that I hope you have a good attitude and wish the best for LaNorris Sellers on this journey. I would suggest that what he's doing is a really great opportunity for a spotlight for our entire community, for athletes in our entire area. And so we should be sending him the utmost support. And so the little thing that we can do to play our little role in that is give away an officially licensed LaNorris Sellers football jersey to one lucky commenter down in the comment section. And just from a purely football standpoint, those of us that are Gamecocks fans are super excited. You know, when you talk about LaNorris Sellers, you're talking about a guy that is almost Cam Newton size. They got him listed a couple inches shorter than what they have Cam listed at. But with his combination of size and athleticism and the looseness, the confidence that he seems to play the game with, he could certainly do really well. And we're really excited about it. Now, with that being said, back to this cheesesteak. This is tough. I like the flavor profile on this SC Real Foods cheesesteak better than Stefanos. However, Stefanos is actually a little bit juicier than that one and meatier. Not that that one was lacking in meat, but the Stefanos cheesesteak just has more. I think with that being said, because this is like a razor thin margin. It really is. Honestly, I could see you ranking either one above the other and it would be absolutely acceptable. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to do. If you recall, the owner of Stefanos is from Reading, Pennsylvania. It's outside of Philadelphia. And I was educated. I've been to Reading before, but I didn't know this. We actually stayed there the last time we went up to Philadelphia. But I didn't know that the marinara sauce with the cheesesteak is how they do that there. Because the ones I've had in Philly, they don't do that. All right? But apparently that's a thing. And that's the way that they make theirs at Stefanos, which makes sense. That's where he's from. That's his background. And the thing is, I actually do like the marinara. I said that in the video. When I get the cheesesteak from Stefanos, I always use it. I think it's a key contributor to what makes that sandwich good. The reason why I bring that up is because I was very close to ranking the SC Real Foods cheesesteak at a razor-thin margin below, at the number 2 spot below Stefanos, even though I think that overall the flavor of the cheesesteak as a whole, including the bread, because I didn't even mention the bread. The bread was better on the SC Real Foods cheesesteak. The flavor was better on theirs. But being that it was drier than the Stefanos cheesesteak, I was going to rank it lower and less meat because I had already had the thought that I would like to, the next time I get this, to have some mayo to dip it in on the side. That would help some of that. And I was like, I got to deduct points for that because I've got to add an outside sauce or agent to the sandwich to really take it to its highest level. Well, then it occurred to me, well, you do the same thing at Stefanos. So why would you dock them for what you do with them? If you took the marinara away from Stefanos, what would you be left with? I probably would give the edge to Stefanos, but we don't take the marinara away. I use it. You flip that coin. If I add mayo, then do I like this sandwich better? Would I buy this more frequently than that? And the answer is yes, it is. The answer is yes, I would. So at a razor-thin margin, purely personal preference, I'm going to give the edge to SC Real Foods. And so they now will currently be in our number 1 spot for best cheesesteak in Florence. But I want to hear y'all's thoughts. If you've had both, let me know what you think down in the comments because I could see this go either way. And if you say Stefanos, I'm not going to be mad at you because it's really almost a tie, honestly. But hey, that was really good. I will tell you that. So shout out to SC Real Foods. They've done it again. They consistently do a good job over there. That was really nice. The key thing to take away, regardless of whether you even like football or not, regardless of whether or not you're a South Florence fan or a South Carolina Gamecocks fan or not, the thing that we all, at least a portion of this audience who, like me, are citizens of Florence, South Carolina, what we have in common is our citizenship here in this community. You should be excited about and encouraging the success of one LaNorris Sellers, number 16, starting quarterback for the South Carolina Gamecocks. Shout out to Shane Beamer and company for going to get him. I think that he was committed to Syracuse at the time, and they flipped him, if I recall that story correctly. Those closer to the situation, forgive me if I'm botching that, but I'm pretty sure that's what happened. I would have been saying the same thing if he'd went to Syracuse, honestly, just for the record, because that's kind of my point in saying this. But it's so much better that he stayed closer to home, literally with the name South Carolina. And so to encourage that support and show our support, we are going to be giving away an officially licensed LaNorris Sellers football jersey. You can pick from white, black, or garnet in your size. Will be shipped directly to you or available for local meetup or pickup. And all you have to do is simply comment "Go Gamecocks" down in the comment section of this video. That drawing will be on September the 14th in honor of our first home conference game against the LSU Tigers. I want to hear y'all's thoughts on the cheesesteak. I'm going to put SC Real Foods cheesesteak just a hair above Stefanos in the number 1 spot, but it really is a photo finish. I'd like to know your thoughts. And real quick, before we get out of here, I'll tell y'all what I think about cashew butter because I don't think I've had these. Not bad, but go with the almond. And with that being said, I look forward to seeing y'all around. But in the meantime, y'all take care, and we'll see you on the next video.
2nd and 16, empty backfield. Sellers, he's going deep. A shot to the end zone. Got him! What a throw